Why? Why? What do people think they're doing? That's a lot of cows. That's a lot of food. That's a hell of a lot of money. See that? It is glorious. Absolutely glorious. -5. Rock hard. Can't beat it. Gonna make most of it. I'm going back edge cutting again. Dad is gonna go and move some of that muck out of the size pit. I know what you're thinking. You only put it in there the other day. Yeah, we did. But we're gonna move it out. We're gonna get it out into the field, and hopefully he's gonna have a really good go at that. Maybe we'll actually have less in there than when we started. Well, not when we started, because there was nothing in there, but then when we put some more in there. Does that make any sense? Oh, that seat is cold. Definitely gonna need a bit of the cold start this morning. How long do people hold this for? Dad always says 60. But is there a rhyme or reason? I don't know. As long as it starts, does it matter? Oh, that was touch and go then. I told Dad that I didn't need a jump start. So I'm glad it started, or else I'd really had to eat my words. Dad has managed to get rid of all of the fresh muck that went in there now. We are down to the old muck, which he's telling me has a mind of its own. And he's right, I took a trailer load down the field last time we moved some of that, and it just, you know when you tip the trailer a little bit just to back up, so you can see underneath the body, and you can see the back wheels. Tip the trailer like that, just come out. It's crazy stuff, but he's just moving that now. It's still beautiful out here. He's just taking it out the back and putting it out on what will go into a herbal lay, so it'll have a nice little bit of dressing of muck beforehand. And I'm going to take this beauty of a thing down the field. Oh, that was wet. And go and cut a few hedges on a field that, again, is going to go herbal lay. So it's kind of a stubble, have the cows run across it. It's not got a huge amount of body in the bottom, but it should be plenty dry enough and frosty enough to carry me. Honestly, I've gone less than 50 yards. You won't believe this. We've got another one. We've got another one. 21 and counting. Unbelievable scenes. Just gets better, doesn't it? Does anyone else feel like the weeks keep flying by? I've got so much hedge cutting to do and so many other jobs to do, and I just feel like the days keep ticking on and we ain't getting them done. Is that a symptom of getting older? I'm just not sure. I reckon we'll soon be like carving, turning cows out, and probably still ain't done hedge cutting. I didn't finish last year's hedge cutting, I'm still doing that. Could genuinely do with this cold snap lasting like, I don't know, 2 months? Is that too much to ask? Still just trying to get around these fields where we need to get a priority fence up, because this is just a temporary one here. This is where the cows were grazing before they were moved. Might actually come back across this because still be a fair bit of grass on it. I'd like to interrupt this broadcast to move some cows. Good girls, stay there. Good girls. That's everything back where it should be after the open day, which was a huge success, by the way. 90 odd people turned up. They did soup and sausage rolls for lunch, which was delicious, but we did have a few issues, however, because we managed to melt the electrics. Yeah, gotta go fix that now. So we hosted everyone in that shed, which is the one we did up for when me and my wife got married, and we never actually got electrics ran across the yard here to the fuse box, which is up at the top of that brick barn there. So we've ran all the extension leads and they go into this 13 amp plug here. Problem, however, was that it was really kind of cold and a bit damp. So I'd had a really smart idea of, on this extension lead, shutting the lid so that it kept all the rain out. But then look what happened. It got a bit hot. So what happened was the plug that went into there, it melted all of the wires together, and we dropped all the electrics, so we had to go and sort of fix it midway through the day, but we got on all right. We've got a melted socket there, we've got a melted plug we need to do. Dad's got another melted plug that she's just doing there, and hopefully we'll have some decent extension leads, but it does mean that we need to, at some point, put some electric across the yard into that shed for permanent. Everything now has new plugs, and we have a new unmelted socket on there. I think getting electric in here probably should be added to the list. Back on the edge cutter, it has thawed out a little bit now, and everything's got a bit squidgy. You can see it's kind of, yeah. Can you hear it? Lovely. Decided, because everything's a bit wet, that we're going to just cut some roadsides and stay off of the fields for a couple of days whilst it drains away. But I thought I'd just show you this. This is a herbal lay field that we outwintered some cattle on. I think they grazed this beginning of December. So you can see, if you look closely, there's a couple of patches. There's one there where we sort of bale and rolled. So you can see it's kind of gone round here. There's a bit more, and it's kind of, that's how we did it. It's rolled around there. But I just want to show you the regrowth, because this is madness. This was grazed down to 1700 residual, and look at this now. We've got so much grass growing on here, and there's everything still here. Look, we've got clover, we've got some vetches in there, we've got some nice grasses, we've still got some plantain and chicory knocking around. I got so much grief from people online about how we were just going to kill this field when we're out wintering on it. So there was quite a good bit of grazing on here. There was like 2.5, 2.7, something like that, and we grazed it down to 1700, and then bale and rolled some hay out on here and moved them, and they were on here when it was wet, proper, really heavy rain. And look at it, heavy clay this is. I know what people think, this outwintering thing is just a farce, and a lot of people will say when you're on heavy clays it's just not possible to do it. We're proving you wrong, because we've done it, and yeah, we've not made a mess. And actually, in all fairness, I was hedge cutting on the frost just in that field just there, and we'd grazed across there as well, and there's so much grass, it was crazy. It's actually surprised me how well everything has stood up to it, because this is our first year of doing it, and yeah, it works, man. Bloody works. Also, people are disgusting. Footpath here, dog poo in the hedge, dog poo bag there, dog poo in the hedge. Why? Why? What do people think they're doing? Take it with you. You carried it to here. You carried it to the road. Why all of a sudden is it okay to chuck it in the hedge? Get over yourself, people, come on. Whilst I think about it, look at this. Bit more down there. Disgraceful. Anyway, let's stop talking about dog muck and let's get back to talking about grass. I honestly think one of the best decisions we've ever made regarding our grass and grazing cows and whatever is to be part of the precision grazing discussion group. Honestly, the payback that we've had from there has been mental, like so good. And whilst I think about it, you can still join the 2025 discussion group and use the code Baldy's Farm at checkout and get 5% off and the chance to get a 5-star night away in a hotel. So just do it. Here's one for you. I did a bit of quick maths for my presentation at the Stabilizer Open Day last week, and I worked out the value of the extra grass we grow over set stocking on our farm in 1 year. How much do you reckon it was? Big numbers, by the way. We're talking big numbers. It was £183,600 worth of dry matter £183,600. Oh, for you Irish followers, that's like €217,571 and 51 cents. Over 450 acres. Mega. Which, in plain terms, means we have the capacity for about another 122 cows. Nuts. I mean, I'm the data guy, and I did that maths a few times because I didn't believe it. And it's right. That's a lot of cows, that's a lot of food, that's a hell of a lot of money. Don't tell me the rotational grazing doesn't work, my God.